There we go. Started up muted, too. I really need to swap over to OBS Studio instead of Streamlabs. I really think that's part of the problem. There we go. All right. But now, before we get too into this, I'm gonna get my caffeine drink powder going. Alright. So obviously we can do new game. Voice selection, I think, just takes us, yeah, back there. That's cool. License, we looked at the license agreements already. Download shop. Is this just the DLC from that we can get through Steam? Probably. Oh, you can actually preview the DLC costumes for once. Granted, I bought the entire Ultimate Edition, so I should have all of them anyway. It doesn't matter. But, oh, that's actually really cool. I like that. Okay, well that's just not going to go away. We'll deal with that later. Alright, so new game. Difficulty, input queuing time. We're going to go mostly with defaults probably. Interesting. I'm assuming most of this will be able to be...
Pathetic! Cited!
You're finished!
Changed as we go.
Take this!
There!
Demon Fang!
We're gonna pull that. Put too much oil in my beard. And Giraffics. The only thing we did was frames per second, which, oh my god, I'm so glad that they actually... let there be a full frame rate.
In ages long past, it was believed that Mother Dana was indestructible and everlasting.
Who's Dana?
Rena, on the other hand, was thought to be the domain of the gods, a paradise where the souls of the departed could rest forevermore. Oh, how wrong we were.
Oh my god, there's...
In the face of Rena's unimaginable technology,
What?
Its soldiers, clad in huge, shining armor, and its fearsome beasts, known as Zeugles. The prosperity and bounty of Dana all but disappeared overnight.
What?
That was 300 years ago.
Okay. This sort of reveal doesn't
The
usually
world of
happen
Dana
until
fell
like
under Renin rule.
20
and its
hours
new
in.
masters split the land into 5 distinct realms.
Oh, okay.
And now today,
Oh.
Orbis Calaglia, one of the Renin's 5 realms. It is ruled over by the tyrant Balsef, Lord of the Fire Master.
Balsef. And then the Fire Nation
Unrelenting
attacked.
fire scorches this barren wasteland.
Lord.
Dust storms course over the rocks and crags, and no relief is to be found from the oppressive heat.
Well, these guys suck.
The Danan people toil as slaves. Day after day they suffer, under the ruthless oppression of the Renin soldiers, with only one hope of escape.
Death?
Death.
Ah!
Only in death is their agony finally brought to an end.
Christ!
They have forgotten what it means to be free. So complete is the Renin's domination.
Like, we're just starting full edgelord. Jesus Christ. Alright. Cool. Still capping at 60. That's weird. Maybe it's because it's a cutscene. Maybe cutscenes are capped at 60 and regular gameplay is uncapped. Shit on their hands. That's a child.
You call that pushing? Put some back into it, embedded.
It is a literal child.
Iron Mask?
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Why you?
Let me.
Huh. What is this? Some kind of slave support group? Mind your own business, you worthless. All right, third squad. Time to regroup. Go on, get moving.
Hey, wait for me!
He doesn't have a gem on his hand. So does that mean he's not actually...
Thank you, Iron Mask.
That's okay, Cole. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. Iron Mask, you're bleeding. We need to get you looked at by Doc.
That bad, huh?
He
Better safe than
bleeds
sorry, I
black.
suppose.
Alright. Okay, yeah. Neat. And we're gonna accept all of it. Not actually looking at what it is, so I'm not really... I really don't like that. There. And I didn't have to look at any of it. Oh. 10% off, 30% off, 50% off the engraver, 20% experience boost, 20% SP boost. Jesus. Okay. Now, so I didn't actually pay attention. Artifacts. Okay. So, on New Game Plus, basically. So, that's interesting. So those things weren't normal grade shop items, but they're DLC grade shop items? That's weird. I don't know. We'll see how they handle all of that. Outfitto. Oh no, we can see his face. Sephiroth. Oh god, Alphen. I'm assuming that's his name, because that's they actually damn it. Okay. That's dumb. A ceremonial wolf tail. Okay. Really? That's it? Okay. Weird. Oh, they gave you a lot of spices. Okay. Oh, and some recipes. And 100,000 gold, apparently. That's what I get for that. Okay, well. Oh, and sorry. Recipes. I like how close the camera is.
Doc's gonna like what he sees.
Okay, guess we're on rails right now. That's fine.
Ah, you again.
Sorry to trouble you, Doc.
Look after yourself and there'd be no need for sorries, would there? Now sit.
Looking after other people, shut up. Also, yep, he's got a gem thing in his hand too.
So, still unable to remember anything, I take it?
Blank as always. Nothing but that strange dream.
No face,
And my
no memories.
gemless hand.
Unable to feel pain, yet only too eager to take on everybody else's.
Ow.
What will we do with you? Here, let me see. You may not be able to feel pain, but that doesn't mean you can't be wounded, just like everyone else. If you're not more
Well, he
careful,
can't feel
you'll
pain
wind up
either.
dead without even realizing.
I was
it one of
actually
these
wondering
days.
that with the
I watched
the
another
wound on
slave
his
die
arm
today.
that he didn't
More
know about
corpses than I care to count.
Unfortunately,
or didn't realize
that's
he
hardly
had.
a rare sight around these parts.
Danans are always dying, and the Renans just watch. How long can this continue? Why doesn't anyone stand and fight?
Keep your voice down, will you?
Yeah, gemless.
If only it were so simple, my friend. There have certainly been uprisings, all right. 3 centuries worth of the damn things. As for all the good they've done, take a look around and judge for yourself. There. That should just about do it. Now, do me a favor and try to stay out of trouble so the wound doesn't open again.
Doc, back when I knew nothing, you were the one who taught me just how things work around here. You know I'll always be grateful for that, but I can't just...
The race is won by the calm and the steady. You're still young, you have time. Wait for the right moment, both for yourself and the world. Work will be wrapping up for the day soon enough. Don't sit around here. Go out and feel the breeze against your skin. Even a slave's entitled to that. Just do me a favor and keep a low profile, all right? You stand out enough in that mask as it is.
Guess I'll go back to my room.
One second, sorry. Alright, so we can talk to Child again. Nope, they're not gonna let me go that way. Oh, okay, so they stick the gems in the hand, but then again, why do I not have one? So that's weird. Everyone else has a hand stone except me.
Just like everyone else here. So how come I don't have a spirit core?
Thank you!
Face, or memories for that matter. Not like worrying about it'll change anything.
Yeah, like, this is really, really weird. You can't really see his hand, but... yeah, like, they even call them embeddeds because they have shit embedded in their damn hand. It's all in the same spot. I know it's gonna get explained soon, but I wish they would explain it now. Do you have a... Is that just a mark on your head? It's either dirty or just a wound or something.
I should get some rest. I wonder how many people have slept in this bed before me. Mine for now, but for how long? Tomorrow's another day. I guess I should get some shut-eye.
Alright.
I'd better head to work. So I've got business with the freight train today, huh? Huh? Great. Great. Time to start another day toiling away for the Renans. Am I gonna do this until the day I die?
Ooh. A jump button on the field? Alright, okay, there's map. Triangle doesn't do anything. X is action. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I like that there's a jump button, and I will be doing that needlessly. What's up here? Nothing. Okay. So we're going this way. Straight
Look
line.
lively, slaves. Let's see some work around here.
Oh, why don't you shut up around here? Oh. Okay, I guess it was just that one cutscene that was sick. Well, I guess maybe the anime cutscenes are also up to like 140.
Grenar!
Oh. Oh.
Zephyr, she's here!
Well then. Yikes. Unexpected.
The hell?
Wait, you're just gonna...
Come back!
Okay.
The girl's nowhere to be found.
This hurts.
Hey, Bennett, did you find anything?
Not yet, sir.
What do they expect from us on such short notice?
Oh, hey.
Hey, you're...
Over there! Don't move!
Go now!
Huh?
Hurry, get moving!
Stay still! You cost us a lot of trouble, you know. Now we can do this the easy way, or not.
Well, okay. I guess that's a thing we're doing now.
It's just you.
Here they are! Forget the rebels! Focus on the girl! Jump over at the front! Take the girl alive! The man is expendable!
Armored soldiers!
They have flying machines. Why are the train carts? What is happening? Things have escalated so quickly.
Idiots. Hey, you two! All right, sir!
If I didn't know any better, I'd swear that I had, like, skipped a cutscene or something.
Come on!
That's some mean static electricity.
Away you go!
Hope you can jump.
You know she can jump. You saw her jump like 5 minutes ago when she jumped off of a cliff into a ravine. Oh, he mad.
You all missed your chance to become Lord, which means you lot live and die for me.
Jesus,
the
Glasgow
mighty
smile.
Balzath. Got that through your skulls? Now hurry up and bring me Shion. Yes, sir.
Jesus.
Even the drink's lost its appeal.
Why so serious? What's with the
Lord
tail?
Wolsey, ruler of Orbis Calaglia. Ah, but it's wild beast you prefer, isn't it? Do forgive me.
Ganabelt Volkiris, what do you want?
From what I hear, you seem to be having some trouble over there in Calaglia. As a fellow lord, I merely thought to ask whether I could be of any assistance to you.
Enough with the false pretense. I can tell a rat when it's sniffing around.
Why don't you have a nose?
Forgive me. I can only imagine the emotional toll failing to ascend the throne not once but twice must take. A most distressing state of affairs.
Shut up!
Yes.
It's none of your concern.
The crown contest is proceeding apace, and so quickly, I must say. It won't be long before the victor is crowned as the new sovereign.
I look forward to it, and you can be sure I won't forget our little chat.
Nor will I. Until next time.
Fucking chin, too. Jesus. I feel like they could have made him look like he was flexing a little bit more, or like shaking a little bit for that. Like that was an awkward transition.
You awake?
Who are you?
The name's Tilsa. I'm the medical officer for the Crimson Crows. You're in
Good
one of
for
our
you.
safe houses.
A what?
Crimson Crows?
Where? Thank you.
Don't tell me you've never heard of us. We're the Resistance.
I got
for the
close
Danon
to
people.
Sin and
We get in
Sin's
the way of the
toxin.
Bright Eye's best laid plans.
But I'm the
The
ambassador.
Danon Resistance? I didn't know such a thing existed.
Oh, we exist all right. Though I guess we're not as famous as I thought we were.
No, I just have this thing. Sin's
Seems
toxin.
like I know more about you than the other way around, Mr. Iron Mask.
Sin's
Is
toxin?
it true you can't take that thing off?
Sin's toxin.
Yeah. Worse is that I don't even know why I'm wearing it.
Leonardo DeCaprio.
That woman I was with.
Oh, yeah. She's quite the character, isn't she?
Is she Sin?
Zephyr should be interrogating her over in the Slammer as we speak.
You locked her up? Why?
Why? Go take a look for yourself if you're so interested.
How can he even see? I mean,
They're interrogating her? Just what the hell is going on? I need to go and find out for myself.
yeah, but first I want to go this way. Okay, nothing. Right. Who are you?
Ah, damn it! So it wasn't a lie. The slightest touch is like being struck by lightning.
What are you doing? So you're finally awake, huh?
What's going on here? What did she ever...
Mind your business.
No, you.
So even if you don't mean to hurt somebody, if they touch you, they get electrocuted, huh? It doesn't seem to be poison or magic. Is this the reason Balsef's soldiers were after you? For the last several days, Balsef's forces have been getting pretty restless. When we looked into it deeper, the word thorns came up over and over again. And now, we come across Miss Prickly herself.
Drop the attitude. Did you really think we wouldn't find out anything about you? Miss Shion Imaris?
That's her name? You mean she's...
What? You didn't figure it out already? Yeah, that's right. This lady's got herself a surname, which means one thing. She's a Renin, our enemy.
Yeah, but she was being chased by Renin soldiers. So then why?
That's exactly what we're trying to figure out. After all, aside from the clothes they wear, there's only one way to tell a Danon from a Renin, and that's whether their eyes light up or not. Ain't that right, Bright Eyes?
Big talk for someone who can't even use astral arts. Embedded.
Don't you call us
Oh.
embedded? Look, you see the stone your people embedded in me? There isn't one. Because we gouged them out the day we swore to rise up against your kind. This scar's a reminder. Not to rest until every last one of you is...
We Danons may not be capable of using astral arts, but it looks like those thorns of yours won't do you much good in escaping here either.
Still, inflicting pain on anyone who comes near you. That's one hell of an ability.
You're wrong. You think this curse is some kind of great ability?
Curse.
Fair enough. All I know is Balsef must have his eye on you for a damn good reason. And until we find out why...
An ambush!
They must have tracked us down. Evacuate as planned. Hurry! And bring the girl. If she gives you any trouble, wave a spear in her face.
I got it.
Hey, Iron Mask! Sorry, but right now it's everyone for themselves.
What about you?
I'm going to welcome our guests. Don't go dying on me.
Come on, move.
And don't try anything funny.
Enemy attack!
An ambush? Renans are here? I have to find an exit and get the hell out of here.
Jesus.
Anyone who can fight, grab a weapon! Damn! How did they find out about this place?
Have these kinds of battles been going on this entire time? I just didn't know.
You probably knew up until, like, I don't know, a few months ago when you rose up against
Stop right there!
everyone and...
Oh, it's just a Danon. You there! Where's the Renin girl who was here?
Well,
Spit it out! I want an answer, Insurgent!
how's this for an answer? Go to hell!
You dare address a Renin armored soldier that way? I'll show you embedded!
Oh. Okay, this is... interesting. Okay. So we have normal attack, which is R1. And then depending on triangle, square, or X, using art. So what about circle? I guess circle is jump.
Talk or die!
So much for playing nice. All right, we're up. It's over. Real fight. Still, I have to do this.
I won't go quietly!
Slash! Damn embedded!
Rising Wyvern! You're mine! It's over!
Die!
Take this! You're finished! Here I come! Rising Wyvern! You're ours!
Oh, neat. Okay.
I won. I actually beat one of those Renin soldiers. I've got to keep going. I have to survive this no matter what.
Okay. So that battle system is, interesting. What's down here? Since it's a dead end. My JRPG senses were tingling, but they failed me. Nothing shiny.
What's this thing?
An apple gel.
An opponent like this should be easy. Now you'll learn! Take this! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Go to hell! Rising Wyvern! Slash! Swallow Blade! Mirage! Here I come! Die! Swallow Blade! Rising Wyvern! You're finished! Here I come! Damn it, Bennett! Try harder! Here I come! Go to hell! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! No escape! Here I come! It's over!
Interesting.
We won.
It's a really weird battle system.
Xian V. Mayor Imaris Daymore. I hereby detain you in the name of His Excellency Lord Bulseth.
Damn it!
Throw down
I was
your
so
weapon.
close.
Okay. Oh.
What the? You've got some kind of death wish? Those are armored soldiers you're...
Shut up and get out of here while you still can!
Step aside, slave. These are Renan affairs you're meddling in.
Spoilers.
Hey!
We've got a better chance working
'Cause
together. Besides, I don't much
Ten'll
feel
get
like
you
being
20.
indebted to a Danon.
Fine, suit yourself.
God, you are so racist. Also, 10 will get you 20 that he's a Renan also.
Word to the wise, I call my own shot. Just stay out of my way and we'll get along quite well.
It's kinda new for me if you hadn't noticed. Don't expect any promises. No escape!
Take it!
Try harder! No escape!
Here I
Mirage!
go! Have this!
Damn it,
You're
Bennett!
finished!
Take it! And again!
Struck!
Sighted!
Try harder!
One more!
It's over!
Why did you help me? What could a Danon like you possibly gain from helping a Renan like me?
Trust me, I've no great love for Renans. I guess I'm just not as consumed with hatred as some...
What?
Have we met somewhere before?
Me? Friends with a Danon? Can't say I've had the pleasure.
Well,
Fucking
let me put it like
racist
that.
bitch.
Yeah, silly question. I don't remember anything about my past. Don't have any clues to go on either. Not even my own face.
Let me get this straight. You don't know what you look like, but you thought I might somehow recognize you?
Something like that. Guess
Voice,
my help in
fighting
the back there
style.
wasn't as self-sacrificing as I made it out to be. Besides, I can't feel pain anyway, so it's not like...
Wait, you really can't feel pain?
Yeah, it's just another thing I don't have. No pain, no face, no memories. I only know one thing about myself, and that's that I'm a slave.
What about your name? You must have one, right?
Iron Mask.
Got the name from the person who found me. Said that this way I wouldn't forget I had a real name out there somewhere.
I see.
So where to next?
Outside, silly. What do you think we fought all this way for?
Awfully friendly all of the sudden
Stay sharp.
for being
We're going
such
in.
a racist bitch.
Glad to see you made it. I heard you managed to escape, but I didn't expect to see old Iron Mask with you. In any case, we're all wanted by the Renans. It'll be easier for everyone if you both just come with me.
Okay.
Where are the others?
They're waiting for us up ahead. Come on.
Oh, that's a lot of people.
Stay where you are, dissidents.
You.
Just look at all these soldiers. How badly did they want to destroy this hideout?
It wasn't the hideout, boss. It was...
Apprehend the traitor! Slaughter the rest!
Look out!
Oh, you missed. Oh. Well,
Xion!
Shion's dead. Game over. Oh, Lord.
Xion!
This is escalating quickly again. How did that turn into a
Sword.
But how? Thank you.
Impossible.
The Master Core. He was embedded within her all along. No matter. Kill her if you have to. Just retrieve the core.
The what? So he gets nerfed somehow, right? Okay. What? I have questions.
You okay?
Oh, your arms.
Oh, yeah. How about that? Guess it's just as well I can't feel it, huh?
You're not in agony? Wait, are you serious?
Hold still.
Huh?
It's one of my healing arts.
A sword that sears the hand of he who wields it, and a healing art to mend. A man numb to pain, and a woman whose very touch deals nothing but.
Thank you.
Like a match made in hell. Jesus.
All right, let's rout the bastards and finish them off before the surviving stragglers have a chance to regroup. Iron Mask, you coming?
Definitely. I'm not about to go back all that way alone.
So I guess you're not planning on releasing me, huh?
Sorry, you're coming with us.
In that case, there's one thing you should know. No one uses that flaming sword without my say-so.
Okay.
You needn't worry on that score. I doubt many of us could get close to it in the first place, or would want to.
I still don't know how we did it.
The blazing sword. It just might be strong enough to match the power of a lord. No, maybe even to surpass it.
Okay.
Are you sure you're okay?
No, she's not.
What do you mean?
Your wound. That soldier nailed you pretty good. Not to mention those flames bursting from you.
They only hit my master core, so I'll be fine. And the flames weren't even hot. It's probably because they're just a manifestation of the astral energy.
You're not human
Honestly,
at all, are
I'm more
you?
surprised that you really are incapable of feeling pain.
Did you think I was faking?
No, I believed you. I guess seeing you stay calm while bearing those burns to your hands just really made it hit home for me. It's ironic. I have no problem hurting anyone who touches me. But as soon as I try to wield that sword, it's me who gets hurt.
Do you wish you were impervious to pain too? You realize you could burn your fingers off without even noticing, right?
So what? All I need right now is power. And up until now, I haven't come across anything stronger than that blazing sword the whole time I've been doing this.
Been
you
doing
really don't
what?
care what happens to you as long as you get what you're after, do you?
Don't talk like you know me.
You... You're right. I don't get you. I don't get why you're so quick to throw it all away. Not when us slaves have never had a choice in whether we lived or died.
You befriended Shion. She's still racist, though.
Can you even see out of that thing? Like, at all?
Thank you.
Of course I can. How else do you think I managed to avoid tripping everywhere I go?
What is that thing anyway? It doesn't look like anything Dan and I've ever seen.
Beats me. I don't remember anything about my past. When I came to, I was already wearing it. If I could get it off, I would. Damn thing makes it hard to eat. And I can't scratch my face when it itches. It's the worst.
Honestly, I'm just impressed you've managed to survive this long looking like that. I'm sure you attract attention wherever you go.
Most of the other Danans don't pay it any mind. It's in everyone's best interest to just keep their heads down, focus on their work, and
wherever you
pretend they don't
go.
notice.
Bitch, I've been
What
living
about
in
the
a
Renan
slave
soldiers?
camp.
Didn't they notice?
The guards? They're more the kill first, ask questions later type. Be in the wrong place or step out of line and you're dead. Mask or no mask. That said, as long as you keep your head down and don't cause trouble, they mostly ignore you. Honestly, sometimes they don't look all that keen to stir up trouble themselves. A friend of mine said it's because if they kill us without a good reason, it could delay the work and put them behind schedule. At that point, it'd be their necks on the line. You should know more about all that than me, though, right?
I don't serve any of the lords. But I see what you mean. After 3 centuries of run and rule without much upheaval, it's possible the soldiers might be losing their edge. All this trouble we've caused might be the first excitement they've had in a while.
Well, I don't plan on getting killed for their amusement.
So, are we on a moon of that large planet, I assume? Oh, what the shit is this? Burning oil field? Land of brimstone and swirling ash, Orbis Caligula.
That's
Ganymede Castle. Stronghold of Lord Balsef. Self-imposed ruler of all Calaglia.
Calaglia.
I've never seen it from this close before.
That's it, all right. And next to it are the Gates of Fire. Take a good long look while you still can. That wall is what we've come to tear down. The only thing standing between us and freedom.
I feel like we're just
Freedom.
like
Let's go.
barreling through. This doesn't feel like hour one of plot.
Be careful. If you get close to a Zoogle, they'll attack.
Well, we have to.
Don't go charging off like that! You're finished! This is it! Dig deep!
Easier said than done.
No excuse! Don't let them form a pack!
First aid!
I'll run you through! Your mom! Had it coming! Talent door! Take it!
Here I go!
Fly!
You're mine!
Rising Wyvern! Great! On to the next!
Roger that.
Show me what you can do, kiddo!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Ice tornado. Cool.
I need to be stronger.
Ooh. Level up.
Don't fight any enemies you can otherwise avoid, alright?
Makes sense. If we try to take them all on, there'll be no end in sight.
You sure won't hear me complaining. Don't get careless.
Don't tell me!
I'm on it! See ya! Talent sword! Touch circle and bring them down!
My judgment!
You're finished! How's this? You're mine! See ya! You're finished! Talent sword! Rising Wyvern! Touch cannon! I'm sure I can put this to use.
What a weird stone.
I sense a strange power from it. We should gather as many as we can find.
This is...
Seems you found something good. Supplies like that are valuable. Never overlook them.
Got it. I'll remember that.
Let's stop a moment to catch our breath.
But I've barely worked up a sweat.
Speak for yourself. What do you want, a medal? Doesn't look like we're being followed. Fail to grab these rare moments of quiet when you can, you'll end up regretting it later.
You're the boss.
Yeah.
Normally, we should take turns standing guard. But this first time, I'll watch over things so you two can rest easy.
Cool.
I've never just sat and watched a fire like this before. It's surprisingly soothing.
Well, aren't you getting comfortable? You realize there are still Zoogles prowling around out here, right?
Ah, don't be a spoil sport.
Yeah.
It's important to let your mind and spirit relax. Does you a lot more good than you might think.
Zephyr, why aren't you concerned about who I am?
You feeling left out, son?
No, it's not that. But
You said you wanted to fight so that you can live a free man. At this point,
Right.
that's
what
all
I
that
was
matters. Even if it somehow turned out you were a Renin, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
A Renin?
Doing.
Until we know who
Imagine
you are, we
that.
can't rule anything out. Besides, we've already got Shion with us. At this point, what's one more Renin as long as they're on our side?
So you don't see every Renin as an enemy?
No,
Our
because
goal
I'm not a
isn't to hunt
racist
down
piece
and
of
kill
shit.
all Renins. We only arm ourselves as much as we need to set ourselves free. If you can believe it, not every Danon agrees with what we're doing either.
Are you saying we have enemies among the Danons?
Not quite. They're just not up for rebelling, per se. The thing you have to remember is that everyone has their own path to walk.
I'm not sure I understand.
That's okay. Just focus on what we have to do right now. However, the time will come when you'll need to decide what to do for yourself.
Wow, behind the voice actor doesn't have anyone listed yet. I guess technically because the release isn't
How come you don't have a scar on
until
your hand?
tomorrow.
A scar? What do you mean?
The Crimson Crows all tore off their own spirit cores, right? But your hand doesn't show any signs of ever having a core like theirs. Why not?
I don't know. I don't remember anything about myself from before Doc found me.
Seriously? You have that mask, you don't feel any pain, and you just happen to know how to fight with a sword? No way. You must remember something.
I'm not lying if that's what you think. Believe me, I wish I knew who the hell I am. But I don't. It's funny how I didn't have any time for soul searching while digging up rocks in a mine.
Still.
Are you saying you've told us everything about yourself?
Zephyr.
It's bad manners to pry when you've got plenty to hide yourself.
You're not gonna ask me about my past too?
Only when I think it's necessary. You're a real man of mystery, I'll admit. That said, I'm not one to dig around in someone's business just out of curiosity. If you remember something and feel like sharing, you're free to do so. For now, I think that's good enough.
Right. Thank you.
So this whole you not feeling pain thing, is that for real?
Why would I lie about it? And why would you care anyway?
No, it's just, you know, I can't imagine what it's like, that's all.
As a slave, I'd say it has its advantages and disadvantages.
Oh?
On the upside, when Renin soldiers push me around, I hardly flinch. The downside's that I get injured without even noticing. Which means I could be knocking on death's door and not even realize it.
Really?
Sure. I may be numb to pain, but it doesn't make me immortal or anything. Still, I wouldn't have noticed any of this if someone hadn't pointed it out to me. If not for my fellow slaves, I'd be long dead, lying in a ditch somewhere.
Oh, neat. Okay.
A Master Core, huh? Now I see. So that's why Balsef's cronies were so desperate to catch her.
Is that what it's called? The jewel in her chest?
Oh, right. You don't remember a damn thing, do you? Ah, fair enough. Guess it's time to fill you back in. Tell me, you ever wonder why we Danons are made to work ourselves to the bone, day in, day out?
Well, when you put it like that, I always just assumed we were mining resources for them.
And don't you think it'd be quicker if they used all that high-powered tech they have? Why go to all the
Yeah,
trouble
it does
of
sound
relying
like
on
Ray
weak
Chase and
human
Erica
labor?
Lindbeck.
Listen, what the Renins are really after isn't resources or minerals. It's astral energy. They're harvesting the astral energy that sleeps inside all matter in life forms. And they're doing it the same way they have for the past 300 years, using us Danans as mere siphons.
Right. They have machines for minerals, but extracting from Danans requires spirit cores. Any astral energy collected passes through a spirit vessel on its way to being stored in a master core.
But why go to the trouble of collecting all this energy in the first place? Do they really need all that juice just to use astral arts?
It determines the Sovereign.
Sovereign? Is that the Renan ruler?
Exactly. 5 lords, each doing whatever it takes to gather as much astral energy as they can and store it in their master cores. Whichever of them manages to accumulate the most power at the end of their contest is crowned the ruler of the Renan motherland. A new crown contest, as they call it, is held every decade or so.
So you see, the Master Cores are the receptacles in which the Lords store their power. And we Danans are sacrificed, so the Renans can choose their new ruler.
That's insane! You're telling me that's what our people have been dying for this whole time?
Relax, hero. You're not the only one who's bent out of shape about the whole thing. There are 2 things that I haven't been able to get my head around yet. What business would a Renan have stealing a Master Core? And what's the deal with that blazing sword?
I think the sword is a physical manifestation of the Master Core's astral energy. As for why it took the shape of a sword, well, I don't know any more than you do. Honest.
And that stuff about needing your permission to use it? What was that about?
I'm the only one of us who can control the Master Core to some extent. Without me to adjust the flow of astral energy, the sword can't take a physical form.
What do you want out of this? You may be one of them, but you don't strike me as the ruthless oppressor type.
I'm going to take down all of the lords.
Never thought I'd say this, but I like the cut of your jib, Renan. Very well. As far as we're concerned, the struggle continues either way. And with that sword on our side, our chances of victory just increased. That is, of course, assuming we can count the 2 of you in.
Fine by me. After all, it sounds like we're after the same thing anyway.
Honestly, I'm still a little confused by all this. But if it's a choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
Then I choose to fight.
Then it's settled. Together we'll overthrow the Renan Lords. And first up on that chopping block is Balsef, the wild beast. Sound good?
Yeah, let's reopen his Glasgow smile. Rip that sumbitch wide open. Shove our foot down his throat. Oh, hey, cutscene. Cutscene in a cutscene. Seriously, what the shit?
I've gotta hurry.
We have another secret hideout in Ulzebek, not far from here.
Ulzebek.
We should be able to meet up with our comrades there.
Cut it out. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's rude to stare?
I know I already asked you this, but are you sure we haven't met somewhere before?
What's so hard to understand? I'm Renan, you're Danan. There's
You
no
don't know
way.
that.
Besides, I'm from Lenegus. Trust me, wherever you were before you lost your memory, we've never crossed paths.
Lenegus? You mean the same Lenegus that's up in the sky? I've heard it called the Renan's Castle, but I never imagined people actually lived up there.
Well then, where did you think we all lived? Didn't you see the Renan Lords descend for the crown contest?
And how long ago was that?
Well, the current contest started 7 years ago, so...
Then I wouldn't remember.
Just how far back do you remember?
Oh, 4 months.
About a year, give or take. That's how long ago Doc found me.
1 year.
Wasn't far off.
Then no. I'm sorry, but there really is no way we could have met.
Guess not.
Like, we're gonna bust his mask open, and he's gonna be a Renan, and
camping out.
everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, you're a surprise Renan." No one ever could have foreseen this. You're the lost sacred knight of...
We should be able to eat this. Whenever you find some, make sure to grab it.
Metal Face.
It's edible, huh? Good to know.
Definitely.
You're the Full Metal Knight. Wait, wasn't his name Alphanaud or Alphano or something? We don't know his name yet, technically. Oh. That's why when I do Rising Wyvern. Oh. Well, I have those. I wonder if those are DLC. But okay. Okay. Strachage. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Alphen. Which we're not supposed to know yet. Granted, we still don't know if he has a last name or not, so we still don't know for sure. Oh, neat. So even if you don't have the actual weapon equipped, you can still equip the skin to it. Ha. That's really cool. And we're still gonna stick with the
enormous stray.
I don't think we can take it right now.
Still gonna stick with the basic stuff for now. But
we've almost made it to Ulzebek.
I mean, we're not gonna fight that right now. I mean, it's just, it'd be a bad idea. Wait.
I'd steer clear of that Zoogle if I were you.
Damn, that weak, huh?
I mean, oh my god. No.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
we have some. Okay. I should have expected that.
I can't believe this.
Well, now that I did that, I have the help on it, so okay. Oh, there's an ad. Almost finished, so let's... wait for the ad to finish. Yeah, real quick. Alright, ad should be done. Yeah, so since it doesn't actually give you a game over, I'm not gonna reload since there's a help text
Normally I don't pick on
that
the
popped up.
Try harder.
Here I go. It's over.
Don't go charging off like that. Guess we gotta roll with it. See ya.
You're mine. You're finished.
I am...
Here I come.
One final push.
I don't know how I feel about this battle system.
This is it. Dig deep.
Easier said than done.
No excuses. This is up to us. I'm sure I can put this to use.
Yo, Jack, how's it going, man? Arise is really good so far.
What's this thing?
Battle system is a little bit weird. So I'm still having to get used to it. And it just throws you in as far as plot. But no, I like it so far.
Let me help.
You're mine. You're mine.
It's not going to plan.
Oh,
Rising Wyvern. Mirage.
One
I'll
more.
run you through.
Take this.
See ya.
You're finished.
I'll run you through.
Here I come.
Talon
You're
Sword.
mine.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Hoo-hoo! Hoo-hoo!
oh, I got an accessory.
Hoo-hoo!
Yeah,
That's an unusual bird.
It's an owl.
it's
They're often
really
used
pretty.
as a symbol to represent ancient Dana.
Oh, and there's a jump button in the field, which is really weird.
Get lost.
Here I come. You're mine.
Here.
I'm on it.
Rising Wyvern.
Aid.
Mirage.
Talon Storm.
Freezing storm.
Pathetic.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Freezing
I'm on it.
storm.
Here I come. It's over.
Ice tornado.
I'll run you through.
Magna ray.
Got it coming. Talon Storm.
Here I come.
Let me know if you're struggling.
Yeah, basically up to this point, so let's see. I don't know if you can if we can see it from here in the sky, but there's like the opening cutscene for the game... yeah, there it is. So the opening cutscene for the game basically feels like the 15 or 20 hour in jaw drop reveal that most Tales games have of surprise, there's another world. He just banged on his helmet. But there's another world, and they have much better technology, and they came and tried to take over. And that was 300 years ago. So the people on this planet are all slaves. And they're Donans, I think. And the people that came from the other planets are Renans, and they are racist. Oh, I mean, Symphonia's reveals are really good, but dude, some of the others, Zillia's reveal was huge. Abyss had a great reveal. I don't feel like Vesperia's was as jaw-dropping, but it was still good. It was really good. Zestiria was just so convoluted and rushed that it just wasn't.
Okay, people, this is it.
It could have been so good, and it just wasn't.
No sign of any Renan guardsmen.
Berseria was really good.
The Renans aren't as populous as the Danans. Probably figure stationing guards in a place like this would be a waste of precious manpower.
So this is where the next safe house is?
Yes. The last place they'd think to look for enemies is on their own doorstep.
That is, assuming anyone actually made it here before us.
Zephyr!
Looks like we needn't have worried.
You're probably remembering when we were all living at Country Oaks and I played Abyss. Because Susan had already played it before and I had never played it. And so we all sat around together and while I played through it. And every time we would ask a question, 30 seconds later, Lloyd would ask the same question. What's a phone on? Yo, Evilisms, what's up, dude? How you doing up in Canada? Speaking of the chickens, we just found some chickens. Chilling, bored at work. Well, I hope work doesn't last too much longer for you then, and you can get home and get some rest.
Should this really be here?
About an hour left. That's not too bad. Oh. Jack, if you ever end up having time to dive into the Tales series, Evilism, same for you. I highly recommend them. I have enjoyed almost every Tales game that I've played. Legendia is notoriously poorly reviewed. So, you know, you can avoid that one. Zestiria was just okay. Berseria was good, but it's not my favorite. Abyss, Vesperia, and Exilia. I'm trying to pronounce them properly these days. Exilia 1 and Exilia 2 are all really good top-tier games. Symphonia was really good for the time that it came out. It's aged a little rough over the past 20 years. But it's still a solid game and solid characters. Symphonia 2's a little bit weird. But still worth a play. Still worth having some fun with it. Vesperia has a dog with a pipe, yes. And that's one of the many reasons why it is one of the top tier games. I hear an owl. It must be in the house or something. It must be in here. Well, let's hit this cutscene up. But yeah, the definitive edition
Zephyr,
that they
you made it.
finally
See?
released
I
in
told
the
you
US
there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right.
just a few years
So,
back.
what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve, and the enemy's in disarray.
It is definitely
I say we
the way to
strike while the
go
iron's hot.
for Vesperia.
So we're finally going head-to-head with Balseph.
The only sad
That's right.
thing
We can't
about
afford
the
to mess this
definitive
up.
edition
It's now or never.
of Vesperia
Then
is
now it
all
is.
of the
We've all
new
been waiting for this
scenes
day
that
for
they didn't
far too
include in
long.
the original game.
Leave the
They
plan to
didn't
me.
bring the original voice
In the
actors
meantime,
back. So
yeah,
for
you
all
two
of
need to
the
do something about
like
your
original
outfits.
cutscenes for the main character, you get Troy Baker. And all of the new voice acted cutscenes, you get
I have
some
just
other
the thing
guy
for your size. Stay right there, okay?
that doesn't quite sound like Troy Baker. And it's the same with all of them. Like, they didn't get any of the original cast to come back, and it's like,
Ta-da! I
why?
told you,
You didn't
it
even
fits
ask.
like a dream.
Like, you didn't try. So that was a weird
I'm afraid
decision
we
for
don't have any running
Vesperia,
clothing.
but
I could find you some Danon outfits. But something tells me you'd rather pass.
the plot of Vesperia is
really
very
that
good.
important?
And
In case you
the
need reminding,
added
I'm here because our
scenes are
interests
great.
overlapped. Nothing more. At no point did I say I've given up being a Renan. Now, let's play nice. How about you ask Nate and see what he says? He's our one-stop shop for info around here. With any luck, he might just know something.
Where's that frickin' owl? Found it. Oh my god, it has bunny ears. Now, is that gonna be the costume item that I get, or do they all have bunny ears? Oh my god. The owls actually have the accessory item equipped. Ah! I can't even.
I'm surprised there are owls here, too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought.
Oh my god, I can't. That is wonderful. I think we've talked to basically everyone. I can't get over the fact that the owl was wearing the accessory item.
Never the manpower when you... Huh? Help?
Oh my god.
What kind? Is it urgent?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, in that case, would you mind helping me out with something first? The work's really piled up around here.
What is it you'd like us to do?
Anything you can manage. No one cares about us slaves. That's why it's all the more important that we stick together and take care of each other. Check in with that guy over there for details on what needs doing. And thanks in advance.
I wonder if something happened.
Oh, how did I forget about Grace's? Grace's is good. It's a little weird. And it was definitely an incomplete game when they released it until they released the F version, which basically tells the second half of the story. But Grace's is good. I would say, so let's see. So you've got Symphonia Chronicles, so that's Symphonia 1 and 2. You've got Zillia and Zillia 2 and Grace's F. Ooh. I mean, I would absolutely 100% recommend you playing Zillia and Zillia 2. Exilia. God, they pronounce it Exilia for some reason to make it 3 syllables. But I would definitely play those two. Grace's is worth a play if you have time after that. And Symphonia, like I said, Symphonia has a great story. And Symphonia 2 is fun, if only for Johnny Young Bosch and his dual voice actor mode that he has to go through for it.
Try to be careful not to stand out too much.
Because he voices one character with 2 different personalities,
I was just thinking about
and each of them has a different
here,
voice.
even though it's only supposed to be
So
slave
it's kind of
quarters.
fun.
Huh? Oh, yeah. When you put it like that, I guess it is different from heavily patrolled Moscow. Were you expecting something more depressing?
It's likely a sign that Balsef doesn't think you guys can do anything to him.
But yeah, so basically, play them. They're really
I mean,
good.
If Balsef thought the Crimson Crows actually posed a threat to him, you'd figure he'd be trying harder to suppress them.
You... No. You're probably right about that. All of the other Danans that aren't with the Crimson Crows accept the Renan's rule as simply a fact of life. From the day we're born, no, probably even before that, it's been drilled into us that the only purpose our lives have is to help select the next sovereign.
If they don't like the status quo, then they should fight it.
They're basically
Otherwise, they're
all
endorsing it either way.
I see it
separate.
differently, but that's just me.
A few of them.
Speaking of Renans, do all of them think about
There's
things the way you
theories.
I won't deny
that
that
some
among
of
my
them are
fellow
linked.
Renans, power and status are everything. However,
But
that
most
isn't
of
what
them.
this is about for me. I have something I need to do, and I'll do
Like
whatever it
there's
takes,
some
and
theories
use
that like
whoever and whatever I
Exilia
need in
and
order
I
to
think
get the job done.
Fantasia are linked,
hell with
but
power.
it could just be Easter eggs that were dropped for fun. Kind of like how 10-2 had Shinra in it, and you know, so they make mention at the end of the game that he's gonna try to make a power company. So, oh, Final Fantasy VII, you know, it's kind of more like that. You know, don't play Symphonia 2 before you play Symphonia. Don't play Exilia 2 before you play Exilia. I wouldn't play Berseria without playing Zestiria, even though Zestiria is not that great of a game. Because it is a direct sequel, or well, it's technically a prequel. But the reveals that you get in Zestiria, and then you go back and play the prequel, they played it out really well in Berseria. It was really fun to see things unfold from the lore of Zestiria's history that you learned. Abyss is a standalone. Vesperia is a standalone. Let's see. Legendia is a standalone. Grace is a standalone. Yeah. So. But yeah, definitely worth checking them out.
Hey. Yes. Hmm. I guess. Got it.
Yeah, the fact that
I had no
they
idea the
each
Crimson
have,
Crows were so active.
you know,
You sound
different
pretty
names.
thrilled by that.
Thrilled? Maybe.
It
I'll settle for
can get
hopeful.
kind of confusing.
We know now that not everyone is rolling over for the Renans.
Especially when not all of them had the same name if they were sequels to another one like Zestiria and Berseria. I feel like there was another. Hold on, now I need to look it up. Oh yeah, and there's the mobile game Cristoria, which honestly wasn't bad, but I didn't get all the way through it because it's also a gachapon game, and I don't know, it got boring after a while. Let's see. So we've got Fantasia, Destiny, Eternia, then Destiny 2. So Destiny and Destiny 2 are obviously sequels, but then So there's also some yeah, so there's confusion. Oh yeah, you just said Destiny and Destiny 2. But so here's the thing with Destiny and Destiny 2. So there was those Tales of Fantasia, that was the first one, and then there's been like multiple versions released of it, right? Then Tales of Destiny released. Then Tales of Eternia came out. But in North America, that was Tales of Destiny 2. But then there's a real Tales of Destiny 2, which never was released in North America. Yeah, they pulled a Final Fantasy 3 basically. And I don't know if Eternia actually has anything to do with Destiny. But yeah, Destiny 2, which was released in November of 2002 in Japan, just never got a stateside release. Then there's Symphonia, then Tales of Rebirth, which also didn't make it over to stateside. Then Legendia, Abyss, Tales of Innocence, which was a DS game that never made it over. Vesperia, Tales of Hearts, which I never finished Hearts. They released it. It was only a handheld, and in the States they only released it on the Vita, and they didn't actually do any English voice acting for it, so it was all still in Japanese. I started playing it, but then never actually finished it. Graces, Exilia, Exilia 2, Zestiria, Berseria, and now Arise. So, yeah. Yeah, so you can play North American Destiny 2 without playing Destiny, but don't play Japanese Destiny 2 without playing Destiny. Because that's not confusing at all. Thanks, Japan. Or I guess Bamco. I mean, you know, easier to remember since, like you said, we know how to deal with the Final Fantasy 3 thing. Granted, they've actually fixed all of that and renumbered everything finally, so... Localization team, true. Because they're like, everybody knows Destiny, let's just call it Destiny 2.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Lunar was really good. Didn't they have a sequel? I know they had a sequel. I can't think of what it is, though. I know you'll be able to tell me what it is in a second. So I'm not gonna rack my brain on it. Eternal Blue, yes. Yeah, I never ended up playing Eternal Blue. One day. Yeah, it's not as wide, it's not got as wide of an audience as some other games were that were ported over. Everyone that I've ever talked to that knows about them seems to like them, though, so they just didn't have a good marketing team, I think. And back in the day, you know, if you weren't Final Fantasy, you weren't gonna really get that much of a budget to market. I feel like these days, if a similar game was made, they would get a lot better marketing and more people would know about it and hear about it. It's the same with the Legend of Heroes games, like the old Trails in the Sky games didn't really get that much press, and then the Crossbell duology didn't even get a stateside release until just now, and those were made back in like 2004, I want to say. But it's thanks to the major success that the 4 Erebonian games in Cold Steel that those are getting new life breathed into them. Let me actually pay attention to what this guy said. Okay, we need to actually leave town and go back towards where we were. Yeah, Lunar was definitely really good for making
No choice.
making good jokes that and references that people actually would understand and get.
Take this.
Here's a healing art. First aid.
Here I come. You're finished. Slash. Rising Wyvern. You're mine. You're finished. You're mine. You're mine. You're finished. This isn't looking good.
First aid.
Oh no!
This can't be happening.
You'll pay for
Jesus,
that.
I'm getting my ass kicked.
The shock.
Items. Life bottle.
Take this!
First aid!
Slap the shot!
Alright. That
A
sucked.
hard-won victory.
I refuse to use the DLC stuff for now.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Instant!
No escape!
I'm only getting started.
Damn it.
You're mine!
Here's a healing
Rising
art.
Wyvern!
First aid!
Mirage! Slap
None
the
shall
shot!
escape my judgment. Ray! Here, let me
This
help.
is a lot harder without the third-party member.
Slap the shock!
No, can't end here.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna need more of that medicine.
Mega Ray!
Slap the shock!
A freezing storm!
Mirage!
Ice tornado!
Slice!
Here's a
Swallow
healing
blade!
art! First aid!
Slice! Swallow blade!
None
Here I
shall
come.
escape my judgment!
It's over! Take this!
Ray!
There we go. Jesus.
Looks like it could be worth something.
It's always fun. I love when games, like, bring back characters even just as, like, as a shout-out to the previous game, or, like, a reference, or, like, they show up as the wizened old mentor character
What?
of, you know, back
They're all
when I
dead.
was a kid.
How did this happen?
Soldiers, that's how.
Are you Iron Mask?
Yeah, I am. Dairon sent me to help. Hang in there.
I'm so glad you made it. In the bushes over there. You'll...
Hang on. Xion, do something.
They did.
It's no use. He's already dead.
Damn them. They've killed so many of us, and it's still not enough. They won't be satisfied until they've wiped us all out like pests.
He mentioned something about those bushes. We should check them.
Is this a cooking pot? But what is it doing here?
So that we can learn
If
new
I had to guess,
recipes.
He put it there to make sure a Renin wouldn't steal it.
So even though he knew he was dying, he chose to use the last of his strength to hide it, believing somebody would come for it. I guess you think it's stupid getting killed over a silly trinket, huh?
No. Clearly he risked his life for something he believed in. I would never mock someone for that. However, it will be up to us to figure out the purpose behind his dying act.
So that
We'll
you
make
can
sure
learn
it
new
wasn't them.
recipes.
If nothing else, this proves that the Renins can be outsmarted. We'll carry out your will and see it through to the end.
Then we better get going. We don't know when those soldiers might be back to make another sweep of the area.
So this is what it means to fight the Renins.
Sounds like you're kind of scared to me.
Of course I am. But if I'm gonna die one way or another, I'd rather go down fighting.
We have a campfire here and we are low on CP. Time to sit down at the campfire.
I can finally take a breather.
I swear you can't walk 5 steps without tripping on a Zoogle. This is getting old.
Dude, yeah, that would be some easy plot ideas for a D&D campaign.
In the first place?
Just borrow from
They're not
here,
just ordinary animals from Rena. Each of them has been modified
pick from
to suit a
there, and
particular purpose.
throw some plot items or
In fact,
plot points
some
together.
Zoogles were originally derived from the animals on Dana.
That'd be a good way to do it.
What? You Renans couldn't stop at just the people of this planet? You had to screw with our nature too?
You can get angry all you want, but we have bigger fish to fry. So, are you going to work with me or not?
I will. It's in both of our own interests. I'll see you again tomorrow. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't remember any major plot, plot shockers, like, like, whoa, Sin is actually jacked, spoilers from 21 years ago, I guess, but... Yeah, I mean, it's JRPG. It's gonna have some sort of plot twist or, mic drop moment, but... Oh, what the shit is this? Oh, and I just got 2 achievements. Alright, so... Okay, so those arts definitely were from the DLC costumes. What? You let one of your siblings steal your copy of Lunar? Time to whip some ass, Jack. Dude, I remember when you found it at McKay's. Like, you were freaking out when you found it. Oh, this is complicated as shit. All right, so we have a sphere grid, basically. All right, well, I want mid-air evasion and maximum AG. All right, let's see. Oh. Thanks for subbing, Jack. I appreciate that, man. Let's do that. That. Stardust. Severing Wind. And I still have a fair amount. Let's do KO prevention. I thought you got a copy at McKay's. Maybe we were all at McKay's and someone else bought it. It might have been Susan that bought the copy at McKay's. I know we were all there, though. I might have just been thinking it was you that bought it because you were the one that had played it before and was really hyping it up. I know it wasn't that much. It was in their, like, protected case, but it wasn't $100. It was probably closer to like 50 or 60, if I remember right. So that's about how much it was when I bought Final Fantasy VII there. I don't know. I do remember it was less than $100 though. I do remember it was like the box edition though, yeah.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
You're back, huh? Sounds like it was a real ordeal out there. Much as I hate to admit it, there aren't many of us who can take on those Renan armored soldiers.
All we can do is make sure we remember those who sacrificed their lives for the cause.
Yeah, they won't be forgotten.
Glad to hear it. Now, what was that favor you wanted to ask me?
Oh, right. Well, you see...
So then, you're wondering if I know of any places where you can find Renan equipment, huh?
Anywhere with those damn bright eyes is gonna have tight security, of course. You can't just go carelessly poking around. Unless... Across the wilderness outside Ulzebek, you'll find the Fagan ruins. There's some kind of old Renan castle out there.
What with it being impenetrable, I forgot.
But with a Renan tagging along, who knows? Maybe you can find some way in. You ask me, though, it's a lot of trouble for some Renan rags. If I were you, I'd get comfortable with Danon garbs.
Those look like the ruins. Let's move.
Are we really going in there?
Yes. Now let's move.
Hey, Shion. Where does your gun come from?
What do you mean, where does it come from?
When you're fighting, it looks like it just appears out of nowhere.
Oh, that's transferal technology. When I don't need my weapon, I submerge it in empty space. And when I do, I summon it. Make sense?
Not really, but it sounds pretty amazing.
Huh?
Well, that way you don't have to carry around any heavy weapons or worry about enemies trying to steal them, right? It's a pretty cool invention.
You realize you're praising the technology of your enemies, right?
So, technology's technology. It's not good or bad in and of itself.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, Star Ocean 2. Also, decent game, but definitely not the right story.
Am I really doing this for some lousy cloak? There's Sugals here, too?
Hey!
Right.
Just a minute. With that blade and your strength, the average Zoogle shouldn't be a problem, right?
I'll give it a shot.
Gemini Aqua!
It's over!
By the power of water!
You picked the wrong fight!
Gemini Aqua!
They've got me in their sights.
Flyers!
This one's mine. I'll shoot them down. This one's mine. Hear me, flame of fury! Burning? Where are you going? There, got you. Let the marksman handle this. This one's mine.
You're finished! This one's all mine!
None shall
You're
escape
finished!
my judgment. I never miss.
Take this! Take this!
One more.
You picked the wrong fight!
Mega ray. By
You're
the power
mine!
of water.
You're finished! Take this!
I'm ready.
It's over! I'm not done!
Psycho.
Strike!
It's over. This is
Plasma
it.
shock!
None
Eat
shall
dirt.
escape my judgment. Let the marksman handle this.
Here I come!
Where are you going?
Take this! Plasma shock!
The more I get used to this combat, the more I really like it. Oh, that sucks that you don't have them. It might have been Susan or Steven that bought it when
Why don't we climb up higher
we were
and
at
see if we can get a
McKay's.
better view?
But that is also the beauty of emulators, you know. Those rare $100 to $400 games that there's no way you're ever gonna own a copy
So
of.
these are the Fagin ruins? How'd you
You
figure
can
a place
still
like this turns derelict?
find an
Your guess is
ISO
as
of
good
it
as
and
mine.
still
I
play
didn't
it.
even know this place existed until we heard about it. All that matters to me is whether I can find anything to wear in there.
Why does she care so much about her appearance?
I'm sure someone's made a translation patch of it too by now, so if you found a licensed copy of the PC release, you could probably just download it and then the translation patch. Probably be easier to do the emulator, but either one.
Whew, what a rush.
Yeah, forget it.
Gotta break through! Take this!
None shall
Come and
escape
face
my
me.
judgment.
Plasma shock! Slash! Swallow blade! This one's all
Hear me,
mine!
flame of
You
fury.
picked the wrong fight!
Burning strike. Take
Swallow
have
blade!
this.
Rising wyvern!
By the power of water.
Plasma shock! Swallow blade!
Mega ray.
Take this!
This could be useful.
Finding all the shinies. Got some potats.
Come one, come all!
Hear me, flame of
No.
fury. Burning strike.
Swallow
Here's a
blade!
healing art. Let
You're
the
mine.
marksman handle this.
Okay,
Insects should stay on the ground.
Swallow blade!
You're mine!
Swallow blade! They've got flyers!
I've got
we
this!
turned the tables on him.
Marksman, there are still more left.
Right! No time to hold back!
Freezing storm!
Strike! Rising Viper!
Tornado!
Mirage!
There! Go!
Here I
You're
come.
mine. Let's keep
Keep
our
hitting
eyes on the prize.
X to do a standard attack, and I need to not do that. This R1 is standard attack.
I'll take you all off!
Here I go! You're mine!
Take this!
A
It's
freezing
over.
storm!
That buzzing is
I
driving me
tornado!
mad.
Primed and ready!
Plasma shock!
Take it! Help this! Mega ray! Take it! It's
Take
over!
this! It's over!
Gemini Aqua!
I'm not done! This one's all mine!
Here I go! You're mine!
Mirage! You picked the
Well,
wrong
we're
fight!
on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Oh damn, you have a copy of Suikoden 1?
Great!
That's actually... that is really solid. I can't remember if Suikoden 1 or Suikoden 2 is the super expensive one. But they, I mean, I know that they're both really
An
rare.
opponent like this should
Yeah.
be easy.
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike!
Slash! Swallow blade! Slash!
An instant!
Rising Viper! You're mine! You're mine! It's over!
Here I go! You're
Here I
mine!
come!
Here, let me help!
Rising Viper!
First aid!
Mirage!
None shall
Plasma
escape
shock!
my judgment! Let the marksman handle this! This one's mine!
Swallow blade! Great!
Yeah, Suikoden 1 and 2, they're both games I have resigned myself to knowing that I will never own a physical copy of. Because, I mean, these days I could afford to buy them, but I don't see a reason
You're mine!
to spend that much money on it.
Here I come! No escape! Mirage!
None shall
Plasma
escape my
shock!
judgment!
Oof.
Ray! Here, let me help! First aid!
Now I can let loose.
Science
Mother.
instant!
Fuck.
Here, let me help! First aid!
Now I
This isn't ideal. A freezing storm!
I'm not done!
Ice tornado! Here, let me help! First aid! None shall escape my judgment!
No escape! This one's all mine! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Great!
Oh, Legend of Legaia, nice. I wouldn't be surprised if he did have close to that.
No
Here's
choice!
the healing art! First aid!
Now I can let loose!
Take it!
You picked the
I'm
wrong
only
fight!
getting started!
You're mine! You're finished!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Blast
Where are you going? Who wants to die next?
I'm not done!
Go find someone else to pick on! A freezing storm!
Slide! Take this!
Ice tornado!
Blast
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes
Freezing
off the
storm!
prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
You're mine! It's over!
This one's
You're
mine!
on!
Burning
You're
strike!
mine!
Oh, you know, I should look at arts. Because I have more arts now. Yeah, you'll have to let me know what it actually all calculates up to. I think... Yeah, the only two PS1 games that I still have left, because I basically went digital with my PlayStation 1 library a long time ago, and then never reacquired them. So I've only got Legend of Dragoon and Final Fantasy VII. I've still got all of my PS2 and PS3 and Xbox games, but
Work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
ooh, a lavender. Ooh, something shiny. Oh, they mad. Oh, something else shiny. Oh, bad puppies.
no choice. Take
Here
it!
I go. I never miss.
You're finished! Orochi's Fury!
By the power of water.
Rising One! Damn it!
Gemini Aqua.
We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more
Freezing
pummeling.
storm.
Cut them apart to your heart's
Rising
content.
Wyvern!
Ice tornado.
Mirage!
A freezing
Oh.
storm.
Orochi's Fury!
Ice tornado.
Take this!
Sighted.
It's over!
You're mine. Gemini Aqua.
No escape!
If it's in the sky, it's
Rising
mine.
Wyvern! Start up!
Nicely done.
Oh. Oh, cat ears.
I'm surprised there are owls here, too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought. Guess I misread the landing.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Eat dirt!
Cyan instant. I never miss.
Here I come!
We turned the tables on them.
There are still
Rising
more
Wyvern!
left.
Right, no time to hold back.
Tornado.
Orochi's Fury!
Water.
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to
Alright.
be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
Now these battles are starting to get more reasonable. God, this game is an ADHD nightmare, though. Like, it's not quite as bad as Xenoblade Chronicles, but
Get lost.
Here I come!
Ice
Orochi's
tornado.
Fury!
It's over.
Take this!
Gemini Aqua.
Orochi's Fury!
It's weakened.
Rising Wyvern! This
Only
ends
getting
now!
started.
Strike!
Sighted.
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still
Leveled
striving
up
to be
again.
on par with the
Yay.
Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday. I wonder if those are the Fagin ruins below us. Shouldn't be too much farther now, if that's the...
I guess it's been a while since I had a bite to eat.
he hungry.
Don't worry about me. I'm used to working while I'm hungry. It's no big deal.
It is a big deal. You should eat whenever you can. The last thing I need is you keeling over in the middle of a fight just because you didn't eat.
Never thought I'd get lectured on eating by a Renin, of all people.
Yeah, well, some of us Renins know what it's like to go without food, believe it or not.
What do you mean? I thought
This isn't about me. Now, are you going to eat or not?
I would, if we had anything to eat. But we don't.
We at least have a cart.
Actually, I have a little bit of food on
I
me.
picked it up in the water.
You've been carrying that
We
stuff
have a
around
fish.
this whole time? I'm not sure it's gonna be enough for the both of us, though.
That's why we're going to cook it instead.
Cook? I've never done anything like that before.
Me neither, to
God.
be honest. But we've got to make something out of all this, so might as well try.
Also, cooking food doesn't miraculously make it feed more people. It just...
What are you staring at me for?
Your clothes are all about function over form. You should think about sprucing them up a little.
Why? What purpose would it serve?
I guess you're right. I just think you'd look good with a little blue thrown in somewhere.
There's blue everywhere.
Right. I'll think about it.
$980, that's pretty good. And yeah, you were close. Because you did say, and I quote, I might have close to $1,000 worth. And you very well did have close to $1,000 worth, so you were right on. Yeah, there you go. So that's over 1,000. I mean, you definitely have $20 worth of Xbox games. Hey, there you go. Like I just said.
This should definitely keep you guys full.
You guys? Who are you talking about, you guys, Shion? There's only the two of you right now.
You really do
Weird.
eat through that mask of yours, huh? I'm impressed you can manage so well.
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. You get used to it after a while. Still, I'm glad we decided to stop and fill our stomachs. I've got a newfound respect for cooking now. But I guess that's easy when you're used to eating everything raw. It would have been perfect if it had any flavor.
Sorry it didn't live up to your palate.
Oh, no, that wasn't a knock on you. I was just... Sorry. That's not how I should thank you for cooking for me.
You've got me curious now. Is it just pain you can't sense, or are your taste buds shot too?
Oh, sure, my taste buds work fine. Although, apparently what I like tends to be a little out there.
How so? What's so unusual about what you eat?
Well, one time I couldn't get enough of these things I picked off a plant, but everyone else said they were way too spicy. Doc thinks maybe I crave spicy food to compensate for the lack of pain I feel.
Maybe it's best I take charge of the cooking. You know, just to be on the safe side. I can't guarantee it'll be to your tastes, though.
I said I'm sorry. Look, I'll learn to tone down my tastes in the future, so let's just put that slip of the tongue behind us already.
Eat. Holy shit. That's a hell of a increase for an Xbox 360 game. And honestly, I've never heard of it. Now I'm curious. Looking it up. Oh, PS1. Okay. That makes more sense that it had that much of a price increase. Still never heard of it. Apparently, for being really old, it's, well, really old. 97, but for being older, it's apparently a really good game, like 8.9 out of 10 on IGN. Yeah, interesting. The more you know.
I hate camping out.
Yeah, one of these days I should just look up the value of all the games that I've got, and
This must be it. Looks pretty ancient, but I recognize Renan architecture when I see it.
that way I can actually
seen some
log
deals.
it for, like,
If it stayed sealed all this time, it's not because people left it alone.
It's not
insurance
just their technology.
purposes at the very least.
The Renans build their structures out of special materials too. Strong enough to withstand assaults from Danon tools and weaponry, anyway.
So how the hell are we?
Same with my movies.
Easy.
I hate that I can see what's on the other side, and I can't just walk in.
It's a defensive barrier. That's how it works. If we want to get through...
Oh, whoops. I did not mean to...
Phew. That may not have been a fancy feast we just had, but I don't remember the last time I felt this full.
Do the Renans often not give you all enough to eat?
It's never enough. The Renans decide exactly how much we'll have and when we'll have it, and that's that. We do our best to get around it. Everyone has to grow their own food and such behind the Renans' backs in order to get by. Thinking about it now, I wonder if they've always kept it meager so we would never have the energy to try to resist what they've done to us.
Yeah. An empty stomach takes its toll on the body and the spirit after a while.
How does a Renan like you know what it's like?
I may be Renan, but they don't like me either. I could be squeaky clean and they still wouldn't give me anything.
Did your stomach just...
I didn't hear anything.
But you just ate. How are you already...
I said I didn't hear anything.
I still have some I haven't eaten yet. Do you want it?
Sure.
Aww. She held back eating so that she could make sure that Iron Mask got food. Aww. Tsundere.
Looks like this place used to
Adorable.
be a supply base of some sort. It probably even dates back to the Great Conquest of 3 centuries ago.
For an abandoned place, it sure is crawling with critters. Kinda makes you wonder how they all got in.
Through cracks in the walls, I guess. Maybe it's a good environment for these species to propagate in. Best not to let your guard down either way. Best not to let your guard down either way.
Agreed. I don't know about you, but I'm not looking to hang around here any longer than necessary.
Okay, the Silhouette Mirage mechanic actually sounds really interesting. I feel like other games have ripped that off in one manner or another, because It's a mechanic that sounds familiar. Also, yes. Basically playing as Leonardo DiCaprio. I actually made that joke before, I think just before you joined in on the stream. Cause yeah, right now, he doesn't know his name. He has no idea what his name is. He's just Iron Mask.
Take this! Here I come! You're finished!
Cyan instant! I'm ready!
Here I come! You're finished!
None shall escape my
shot!
judgment! Ray!
This could be useful.
Oh, and I can also make them Sephiroth. So Sephiroth as played by Leonardo DiCaprio.
I won't forgive you!
You're mine!
Cyan
It's
instant!
over!
None shall
Orochi's
escape
fury!
my judgment! Ray!
Eat dirt!
None shall escape my
No
judgment!
escape! Take this!
Ray!
It's over! Here I come! You're finished!
By the power of water!
We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
You're mine! It's over! You're ours!
You're
Blast
mine!
the shock!
Seems about right to me.
One-winged D'Angelo. So, did you ever play Crisis Core?
Is this a chest of some sort?
A Renin kind, yeah. We should definitely hold on to what's inside.
Or like, did you watch when... Yeah, like when I played through it, and they not only had Sephiroth, but they had Genesis and Angelo. Just square on the nose right there for Squeenix.
I won't forgive you!
Orochi's fury! I'll take you all on!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning
You're finished!
Okay. Recover!
They've got flyers!
Primed and I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
This is it!
No escape!
Let me help!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Cyan instant!
No escape! Orochi's fury!
Yeah, so
Together,
obviously,
that
like,
wasn't even a
Zack was the main character of the game, but the there were two other first-class soldiers that were also created just like Sephiroth, and they were Angelo and Genesis. It's like, you know, could you be more just on the nose, Square? Oh, I think I've already been here. Ah, shit. Yeah, you're right. They probably could be more on the nose. But it was pretty on the nose. And it definitely...
We've been walking around for a while now. Can we give up already?
What, you're tired?
Tired of something, all right.
I'm not giving up until we search every inch of this place.
She's really determined to find those clothes.
It definitely really solidified that no, those wings aren't metaphorical. They definitely actually each have one wing.
An opponent like this should be easy.
A freezing storm! This one's all mine! Eat dirt! You're mine!
None shall
It's
escape
over!
my
We
judgment.
did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Start up! Mirage!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Wait, damn it. I keep getting turned around in here. This sucks. Oh yeah, the high Entia. But I mean, at least that was like a different race of people instead of just like a metaphorical plot device that they turned into a real
Come one, come all!
I never miss. A freezing storm.
a real character trait.
A freezing storm.
It's over!
We turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
A freezing storm. Here's a healing arm.
Try harder!
First aid.
Strike! Orochi's Fury! Rising
Shall
Wyvern!
escape my judgment.
Great! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our
It's
time.
over!
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
It's over!
None shall escape
Here
my
I come!
judgment.
You're finished!
Ray!
We managed to pull through.
That's true, yeah, they did reveal that she had bird wings on her head before really bringing up the fact that
We're so high up.
that's a legitimate race of people. And then if I remember right, she was only half high Entian. and then the other half was like she was half Hyantia, half Homs.
Hey, new equipment!
I really need to go back and replay that now that they released the definitive edition on the Switch.
Here I come! Here's the healing art! First aid! Here I go! I'm only getting started! By the power of water!
Take this! It's on! You picked the wrong fight!
Cyan, and let the marksman handle
Rising
this!
Wyvern!
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, the humans were called Homs, H-O-M-S. I do remember that. So we're the Homs, the Hyantia, and everybody's favorite, the Nopon. So I played through the entire game when it was first available, when like Steven and I had our Wii's modded so that we could boot from those external hard drives, which I've still got that thing around here somewhere. And then I played through about, I don't know, a third of it when it came out on the 3DS. So, I don't know, I've played through that part of it a few times, because I restarted it on the Wii also at one point. But I just never got far on any of my other playthroughs.
Is this Renin technology? I'm amazed you guys can pull something like this off.
For us, sights like this are completely normal.
Yeah, the side quests and just the shinies sitting around definitely had me just like, it was an ADD nightmare. It was a great game. I loved it.
This must be
the former owner's old wardrobe. Yeah.
I wonder how long they've hung here. They don't look like they've aged a day.
So I've
The
played
designs are a little dated, but it'll have to
maybe
do.
2 hours worth of Chronicles 2. And I want to get back
Listen,
to it.
I get it. You care
it
how you
seemed
look.
fun,
But we've got places to...
but I just never got to it. And Chronicles X, I played like 15-20 hours of Chronicles X, and it was really good, but the volume, the sound mixing was awful on it, and I just couldn't get past it.
What is it?
No, nothing. We've kept Zephyr and the others waiting long enough. We should head back.
Okay, let's head back to Ulzebek.
You're in a good mood. Were you that happy to find a new outfit?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the same as ever.
You said before that this probably used to be a supply depot, right? But Nate thought it was a Renin castle. I wonder what it actually is.
Who knows?
Who knows?
What, can't I not know something? You didn't think I knew every last thing about my own kind, did you?
I didn't say that.
From what I've heard, a lot of the materials that were initially brought over from Rena 300 years ago were repurposed for other things over time. So it's entirely possible that this place used to be both a supply depot and a lord's castle at different points in time. They're not mutually exclusive. I couldn't tell you when the lord's castle moved to its current location, though. Well, satisfied?
Yeah. Thank you. You know, for telling me about all that.
It's not like I mentioned anything that useful. Come on, let's keep moving.
Alright, now that we actually have her real outfit, let's see what her other outfits are. So, ponytail, and ponytail with the tiara and some braids. And then a void black version, which kind of looks cool. Okay. And 3 alternate colors for that one. Okay. That looks cool. And then hairstyle from her Code Vein outfit. Nice. So basically the black version. And her Battle Maiden outfits. That one kind of looks like Rita. Alright. Some swimsuits. School outfits. Okay, World Unifier. And then her Code Vein outfit. Neat. I think I'll stick with the default outfit for now and play around with that later.
We're so high up.
But yeah, the Code Vein outfit does look really good. Yeah, so all of those, and then I guess technically same with old Iron Mask here. All of these are DLC costumes. And like I went with the Ultimate Edition, so it came with like all the DLC costumes and whatnot. That looks bitchin'. Shit, so does that. And then he's got hairstyles, but that spoils his face, even though I accidentally clicked on that earlier.
Guess I misread.
Let's dispose of the trash. Go! This one's mine!
Here I come!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Come on! I'll throw you to smithereens!
You're mine! We've got flyers.
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Yeah, like I know at some point his mask gets like broken and only half of his face stays covered. But
Right, here goes! I'm not done! Take this! You're finished!
I figure at least until the game actually puts it to where we're supposed to see his face, I'ma keep his face covered.
I'm ready!
Try harder!
By the power of one!
Though I'm wondering if, like having the different costume style, changes dialogue sometimes. Like it did in, Tales of the Abyss. It's like at the beginning of the game, if you ended the game wearing one of...
Want to get back to Ulzebek?
Yeah, we better. We don't have time to waste.
Someone's in a hurry.
One of a few specific costumes, your hair would be really short, like it is at the end of the game, versus really long like it is at the beginning of the game. And a few characters actually pointed out on your New Game Plus, because you start in the costume that you ended in. So I kind of wonder if this would be the same, like, oh, you got your mask off. That's weird. Yeah, it was a fun little added thing, like,
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
I think there were only 2, maybe 3 costumes that did that at the beginning of the game. But like there was one which was like your final dungeon costume that they give you right before the final dungeon, that they only made it with the short hair. And then, so they mentioned like, what, are you wearing a wig or something? That's really weird, Luke. And his spa outfit, he has short hair and he's wearing nothing but a towel. And they mention his short hair and the fact that he's not dressed. And I don't know, it's just that it's fun little things like that that make the Tales games really fun, I think.
You see anybody around here who could...
Crap!
What?
No way!
Damn it!
Just where do you think you're going?
You know where. Moskul.
What good is it going to do to...
I don't need your permission.
Ooh, favorite RPG series? That's hard, actually. So... Final Fantasy, Tales of, and Legend of Heroes are definitely my top 3. I would have to think about that, of how I would rank them. And I think I don't know, it would more come down to the individual entry than the specific, than, like, the series as a whole. I think the series as a whole, there's more diversity in Final Fantasy. Tales is... I don't know, I think I like the Tales series a little bit more than Final Fantasy. And they're a little easier to compare because they each have basically their individual entries, aside from the rare few that have sequels. Whereas Legend of Heroes is like a series of 12 games that have a straight through chronological path. Yeah, I mean, I would consider that the Chrono series, or, you know, the Chrono duology. Suikoden's good. It definitely isn't in my top 3, but it's definitely really good. Then, I mean, you know, we were talking about Xenoblade, you know, and that one's got, in the Xeno series, you've got, what, 7 games now? Because you have Xenogears, then you have the 3 Xenosaga games, and then Xenoblade Chronicles, Chronicles X, and Chronicles 2. Again, good series, but, you know, not in my,
An opponent like this should be easy.
top 3.
You're mine.
Top 3 JRPGs, though. Yeah, definitely Final Fantasy, Tales of, and Legend of Heroes.
Where are you going?
And I would have to
Barely a
say,
blip on our radar.
overall, the Tales series is actually, I enjoy the Tales series more. Than Final Fantasy, but there are Final Fantasy games that I enjoy more than most Tales games that I've played. Though even that's hard, because like I absolutely adore Abyss. Vesperia is an amazing game. and Exilia 1 and 2 collectively are great.
They really don't give up, do they?
But like individually, they don't. None of them compare individually to like
Here's a healing arc.
Final Fantasy 15.
It's over! Die! Take this!
Here's a healing arc.
It's over! Thanks! No escape!
Who wants to die next?
Here I come! You're finished!
Here's a healing arc. First aid!
Die! You're mine!
An instant! This one's
You're
mine!
finished!
Where are you going? Here, let me help. First aid!
Here I come!
Thanks. I'm only
Rotate
getting started. By the
Rising
power of
Wyvern!
water. Here's a healing
This
arc.
one's all mine!
First
Come
aid!
on! You picked the wrong fight!
Barely a blip on our radar.
See, I struggle to call all of those fantastic. Most of them were, absolutely. I struggle to call Final Fantasy IX fantastic. I'm giving it a second chance, and it's better than.
There
I never.
are fewer soldiers stationed at the garrison than usual. They must have gotten deployed to Mosgul.
Doc, Cole, everyone please be safe.
I never was able to really get into 9. I don't know. I know a lot of people love it. It's just one of those that I couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't get invested in.
Looks like this place opens out into the ocean.
The water's so much cleaner than what's on the surface. I even see fish swimming around.
Yeah, and boy, do they look delicious.
What?
Never mind.
And 6, I don't have a full opinion on. Because I've never actually played 6. I know the basic plot of 6, I know what happens in it, but I've never actually played it. Which is one reason why I'm really excited for the Pixel remasters that are coming out on Steam. I went ahead and bought that whole 6-pack, so, you know, I've got... Right now, 1 through 4 have been released, and 5 and 6 are gonna be released soon. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it.
No choice.
Hear me!
Here I come!
Burning!
Take this!
But yeah, never actually played it.
Rising Wyvern! You're on! Here I come!
7, obviously, I mean, 7 was great.
Here I come! It's over!
I liked 8's story, especially when you go back through and
Any injuries?
think of it as a story that Squall doesn't actually want to be a part of, and he's sick of everyone's shit. I think that's what made me really enjoy 8, is looking at 8 through that lens. I don't know. I had a hard time getting into 9 for whatever reason.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Now you'll learn!
It's over!
By the power of water!
You're mine!
I won't show you any mercy.
Let the marksman handle this. Where are you going?
Then, you know, obviously 11...
Here's a healing art.
11's its own beast.
First aid. None shall escape my judgment.
12 was
Ray.
not great.
Here's a healing art.
Rising Wyvern!
First aid.
Mirage!
Instant. Here,
The
let me help.
13 trilogy was good.
This one's all mine! No escape!
A freezing storm. Ice tornado. Here's a healing art. First aid.
No, it definitely wasn't that I played it around when it came out.
You're finished!
If it's in the sky, it's mine. Where are you going? Here I
The
go.
first Final Fantasy game that I ever played actually was Final Fantasy X.
You're finished!
I will risk my nerd card on that.
Feel my power growing!
I never played them when they originally came out. So by the time I played 9, I had a palette for like a more varied range of
You think it might be useful? We should try it and see how it turns out.
JRPGs. But I still couldn't. I couldn't get invested in the characters, I think.
Gotta break
Here,
through!
let me help.
Because, like, Zidane was just annoying.
You're mine. Gemini Aqua.
Steiner.
Hear me, flame of fury.
Steiner was a moron.
Orochi's fury!
Who wants to die?
Garnet was...
Our work is done here. Let's move.
Yeah, I
I'm right
didn't
behind you,
like the
Shion.
characters. I think that was the big part of it. Like, you know, I'm fine if a battle system is different. I'm fine if a art style is different, but if I can't get invested in the characters in a game, it's really hard for me to enjoy it. And I think that was just the biggest part of it, at least. And see, that's the thing. I never managed to
What's this
get
thing?
through the game to the end to where the character development was. Because I couldn't stand the characters to play through it. And that's the same argument that Susan gives me for the game as well, is that there is a lot of character development, and I fully
Dispose of
accept
the
that.
trash.
And I think once I go through the pixel remasters of 1 through 6, I'll probably go through and just do the rest 7 through 10.
All yours!
Here's a healing art.
And maybe do all of the Final Fantasies. I don't know.
I never miss.
But you know, I'll give 9 another full shot and just go in and say I'm gonna beat it regardless.
Barely a blip on our radar.
whether I fully enjoy it or not, I will give it a full chance. And, you know, maybe pushing through past the point where it just wasn't necessarily enjoyable for me, will get me to the point where there is that character development and I'll enjoy it a lot more. I don't know, because I mean, I've played through most of the old ones. I just haven't played 5 or 6. So I don't know, but again, I'm gonna give it another shot one of these days. But I just, yeah, I could not get into 9 for whatever reason.
Mess with my friends, will you? You just crossed the wrong line!
By the power of water!
Orochi's fury!
Here, let me help.
Rising Wyvern!
First aid!
Mirage! You're mine!
Go! You're mine!
You escape!
There! Go! It's over!
Yeah, and, you know, like I said, I'm willing to give it that chance and, you know, go through and give it a fair shake again. Because, I mean, there are a lot of people out there that really like 9. So...
Hey! Damn it!
Yeah, see, for me, I would honestly put 9 as, like, the second worst. 12 being the worst. Because the first couple games get a pass being, you know, older and kind of the progenitors of the, you know, of the series. But by, you know, by 9, it kind of should have found itself, and
Am I too late?
I don't know, it felt like it lost itself
What's that?
more than
Can't reach them
anything.
in time.
Get back, Cole!
Doc! Cole! Stop! Not if I can help it!
Go! I'm only
Orochi's
getting
fury!
started! By the power of water! If you're in the sky, you're mine! Take it!
Mirage!
It's over!
Here I come! It's over! Here I try harder!
Cyan instant!
Orochi's fury!
Mega ray!
Go to hell!
By the power of water!
Lightning shock! Are you all right? What about the others? Are those bastards still here?
Iron Mask, take it easy. It's all right now.
See, I agree with you on 7, 10, and 15 being top 3, and it just kind of depends on my mood which I'll place where. Again, I haven't played 6, so I don't know for sure where I'd place it, but with it being considered one of the best games in the series, I'll probably have it up there as well. But yeah, 7, 10, and 15 are my 3 favorite.
Most were able to
Lucky? You call people getting slaughtered like this lucky?
This is how things go when you're a Danon slave. You're dead if you stand up to them. Keep your head down and do as you're told. At least then you have a chance to survive. You only have one life. That's why...
I should wait for the right moment?
Yes.
So someone else dies instead while we live another day. Is that what you're saying, Doc? You're willing to risk everything on the chance that things will get better if we wait long enough. But what's the point of waiting if others have to die so that we can live?
What do you think happens when someone tries to resist? It'd be one thing if the rebel died, and that was that. But it never ends with only one death. You've seen it for yourself. Everyone suffers for it.
So for 7, if we're just talking about 7 and we're just talking about 10 and we're not talking about, you know, the rest of the games in 7's universe, and we're not talking about 10-2, we're just talking about the core game. I would put 10 above 7 more often than not. But if we're talking about everything that is 7 versus everything that is 10, I definitely enjoy 7's expanded story and expanded universe a lot more than 10. And I honestly, so far, you know, because we don't have the whole Final Fantasy VII Remake yet, we only have the first part, but I really enjoyed the Final Fantasy VII Remake to the point that I would actually probably put that above Original 7 if the rest of it continues to be the same quality.
Knowing that, are you...
But that's...
And that might be a really hot take, but...
I understand not wanting to throw away the same lives we're trying to protect. That would be senseless. But if you wait too long, if you get too used to waiting, then eventually you lose the will to fight. I don't want that to happen to me.
Well, and I mean, 10-2 was a good game in its own right. Because it completed the story of 10, which, I mean, 10, you know, 10 finished its story, but it left things open. And 10 lets you get closure on that story. And lets Yuna get closure on the story. And it also does a really good job with job classes, which, like, you know, earlier games in the series kind of introduced it, played around with it. 10-2 did an amazing job with the job system. They didn't call it that, they called it dress spheres, so, you know, a lot of people didn't think about it being the job system, I'm sure. But, I mean, it's what it was, and I don't know, I think they did a good job with it. And, you know, then they also had poor man's triple triad.
I've already met the Crimson Crows. People who risk their lives to fight the Renan's rule. .
I mean, you're not wrong. It sort of was, yes. Like, I can't remember his name, but the guy that basically was real Titus until the Faith dreamed up Titus. He was basically playing a pipe organ, and yeah, it was like evil Titus playing a pipe organ that controlled a giant mech or something. I don't know, it's been a while. But yes, that did happen. But I mean, how many final bosses in Final Fantasy games were really any less weird? I mean, the final boss in Final Fantasy X was a glowing ball. Glowing ball of light. Yeah, Final Fantasy 1 was just Garland. Any game after that, final boss was weird. So, you know what? A crazy evil dude who looks like our protagonist's love interest using mechanical controls that happen to be a pipe organ to control a giant mech trying to destroy shit? Not that far-fetched.
People who know they might not live to see us win, but fight anyway to give those who come after a better chance. If my life is at risk either way, then I'd rather spend it fighting.
So you've decided to take up the sword?
Yes, but not just any sword. It's a sword that only I can wield, but one that's also too powerful to use on my own. I doubt those who fought the Renans in the past ever had something like this on their side. That's why I'm willing to bet everything I have on this sword. I know it might mean more people end up in danger, but...
Okay. If that's how you feel, then forget what I said. It's clear your time has come, Iron Mask. Currently, you and that sword are the only things capable of driving the Renans back. It's because of you that we're still alive right now. If there's a way through this for all of us, then I'll put my trust in you to find it.
Doc, thank you.
Now, remember what you said, and don't ever abandon that conviction of yours, all right?
Right. I won't.
You've grown so much since we first met, and you've met some good people, too. Maybe you have a chance after all.
Oh, how do I get that owl?
Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo! Hoo hoo hoo!
Is glasses or is that a monocle? Monocle.
Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo!
I'm surprised there are owls here, too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought.
Yeah, the owls are definitely interesting, like how they chose to have them all voiced and portrayed is really weird. Fun, but weird. Oh, there's another owl. Shit. Owl. Alright. Lame.
I won't forgive you!
You're mine!
You're
You're
mine!
finished now!
Gemini Aqua!
Take this! It's
Where
over!
are you going? Here, let me
Orochi's
help!
Fury!
Any more of this and I'll burn out.
Take this! No escape!
Go!
Well, so wasn't 12 just like a guy? I mean, I feel like he had like a final form or something that he changed into something maybe, but 12 was... I think the only person that ever actually beat 12 was Jonathan. And I remember Jonathan beating it because we were all over at Duncan and Mandy's when Jonathan was still living there. And we were all talking about the fact how none of us had ever beaten 12. And he's like, I have a save file for 12 right before the final boss. Do you want to see it? So we sat and watched Final Fantasy XII's ending, and I still don't remember it. But I remember it happening. I remember us doing that. And then... Thirteen's was kind of bonkers. 13-2 was just kind of a guy. And you know, I never actually got around to playing 13-3. I never played Lightning Returns. I have it. I need to play it. Never did. And 15 wasn't really that bonkers, because that was Arden. Like, I mean, he was consumed with evil monster souls by that point, but it was just Arden. Actually. Like, before that you fight Ifrit, but it's just Arden at the end.
Barely a blip on our radar.
I'm surprised there are owls here, too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I mean, you basically can say the same thing about 7 with it being just Sephiroth, but
You're back. Hurry on in. We've been...
You're not gonna ask what happened?
I can tell enough by the way you look right now.
Zephyr, how can you tell how he looks at all? He still has a bucket on his head.
I see. Zephyr, I need to ask you something. Would you have invited me to join you, even if I didn't have the blazing sword?
Of course.
Why, though?
There aren't many folks out there who are crazy enough to resist the Renins like we do. So when I find someone with the knack for it, I make sure to keep them close. Plus, you remind me of another guy we lost. Maybe deep down, I'm trying to help you as a way of making amends for what I couldn't do for him. But if you don't want this, just say the word.
I'm not going anywhere. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't even be here.
If you say so. All right, come on in.
Thanks.
Yes.
What's wrong? Got it.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely not wrong. Like, most of the just a dude final bosses do have at least one holy shit weird form, and some of them are because they drink the weird thing or, you know, what have you.
All right, everyone. It's time. Remember, eyes on the prize. We're after Balseph, nothing else. Cut off the head, and the snake perishes. Hit them head on, however, and we won't make it through the castle gates, let alone reach Balseph himself. Luckily, we have an ace up our sleeve. We need to do everything in our power to make sure that ace reaches Balseph's jugular. To that end, I'll be splitting us up into separate forces.
You just said all of us hitting them head on would be useless. Why would we divide ourselves up?
'Cause we're the decoys. We'll buy our ace in the hole the time they need to get in. We only need to cause enough of a ruckus around the castle to distract the enemy. That said, we need to look like the real deal, which is why I'll be tagging along too.
You too, Zephyr? So, who's going to take on Balseph?
The Iron Mask. I'm counting on you and Xion to make your way to wherever
Well,
Balsef's
so...
hiding. Once there, you drive that flaming sword right through
He's
him.
able to see through the mask somehow.
You aren't seriously sending in just those two, are you? One of them's a Renin.
Because they've brought that up a few times, that
No one
he's
said
able
the
to see
plan was
through
perfect.
it. No one knows how,
By
but
far,
he
the
can.
biggest danger is the one you two will be facing. The fate of this quest rests entirely in your hands, which is why you get the final say. You want out? Now's the time to say so.
And if we say no?
You know, he's...
Then you say no. Just means we're back to square one.
They've got the whole flaming sword
And I'll go back to
thing.
being a slave.
It's your life.
No, it isn't.
Balls in
That,
your
you know,
court,
he
soldier.
can
What do you
pull
say?
right out of,
I want to fight.
what's her name? God, I cannot remember.
But for what? What are you fighting for?
Xion.
To
Right
free
out
the
of,
damage from the yoke of their
you
abusive
know, just pull a
oppressors.
flaming sword right out of Xion's cleavage.
To no longer die at the whim of another. To break the shackles of our enslavers. To live and taste freedom!
Now you're talking. I believe we have our ace in the hole, people. Hold on to that belief, and we just might break through that wall yet. And what about you?
I was born ready. Now can we get this show on the road?
There's a gate on your right once you leave here. Go through it and ride the elevator you'll find. I'll send ahead a few friendly faces to keep watch on your way. If you get into any trouble, look to them for support. We all clear? Good. May this battle herald the end of the Renin's bloody 3-century reign. To your battle stations, everyone.
I still can't believe this is happening. We're really about to face off against a Renin Lord.
Well, you're in pretty high spirits for a guy going into a life and death battle.
I'm not saying I'm not worried. But you have to remember, this is the first time any of us Danans have really had any hope.
Well, I mean,
about you?
technically,
You scared at all?
she got shot in the
have time to
chest
be
with an
scared.
arrow,
This is only
and
the
when
first
he
step
tried
in
to
a
pull
long,
the
long
arrow
plan of
out,
mine.
he pulled
You
a
wanna
giant
take down all
flaming
5
sword
lords,
out
right?
instead,
It's hard to believe
which
it'll ever
was
happen.
basically strong
But it
enough
will.
to
I know.
decimate
I
an
haven't forgotten our
entire
See that you
battalion
don't. That said,
of
if we
enemies,
lose,
enemy
we
soldiers,
might suffer a fate worse than death, you know.
That's probably
and
true.
he's the only person
But
that
instead of
can
worrying
wield the
about it,
sword
wouldn't it be a better use
because
of our time to figure out ways to avoid that and not lose?
I suppose.
he can't feel
Whatever
pain,
happens, I'll put everything I have into winning.
and so
You can count on that.
he can't feel it when his flesh is being burned from his bones, and then she can heal his 4th degree burns later. I love how when he just stands around, he like clanks on his helmet too.
I'm skeptical.
Right. All right. Got it.
All right. I've been going for almost 4 hours, and I am exhausted, so I think I'm gonna call it for the night. But I'm really enjoying this so far. It's super pretty, and the battle system's definitely growing on me. It's really awkward at first, but once you get used to it, it's really fun. So I am definitely gonna, I mean, I was gonna play it regardless because it's Tails' game and I have to, but I am definitely gonna be playing more of this. I don't know when, but more soon. But anyway, in the meantime, Jack, I appreciate you hanging out and chatting. It was good to chat and just nerd out about video games and such as always. And to everyone out in TV land, you guys have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Stay hydrated. We'll catch you on the next one. Later.